Hey folks, Jay Barino here, continuing StarCraft Mass Recall, a StarCraft Brood War remake and StarCraft 2. We're heading into Mission 3 of Rebel Yell, the original Terran campaign, but first let's watch the cinematic Wasteland Patrol. Perimeter Patrol, Confederate Border Colony, Mars Sara.
Hey, Sarge, why we always gotta listen to this shit for anyway?
'Cause I'm in charge, that's why.
Oh, it don't seem like no good kind of reason to me. Also me anyway. Hey, what's that?
Hold on a minute a second.
Swing roller! Looks like you mashed some poor feather's dog, Sarge.
It's a Zergling, Lester. Smaller type of Zerg. They wouldn't be out this far unless... Oh, shit.
I love you, Sarge.
Now see, that's what Terran was all about in StarCraft 1. Hicks in space. That's what we need more of here. Alright, Desperate Alliance, Office of the Colonial Magistrate, Mars Sara Colony. Again, this is a holdout map. I suppose we'll discuss it more once we get into it, but on hard difficulty, it can pose quite a challenge as you get towards the latter half of it. If I remember correctly, again, I don't know if the AI attack waves have been tweaked at all on these types of maps. There is the option to go out and destroy all of the Zerg, but that doesn't end the mission right away. I thought it did back when I played in version 5.3 or 5.4, whenever it was, but apparently, even in the original StarCraft, it didn't end if you killed all the Zerg.
Receiving incoming transmission. Comlink established.
I got your message, Magistrate. And frankly, I don't care what you have to say about Confederate regulations. You damn fringe world yokels are all alike. Don't know where your loyalties lie. Y'all have a real good day now, you hear?
Transmission ended. The report you requested is ready. 16 outland stations have reported sightings of the alien invaders identified as Zerg. The Confederates have arrested all standing militia forces and continue to avoid action against the Zerg. 3 stations have fallen to the Zerg already. We've been unable to locate any source of military relief except the extremist faction known as the Sons of Korhal. Their liaison is holding online.
Good day, Magistrate. My name is Arcturus Manx, and I represent the Sons of Korhal. You're familiar with the Confederate propaganda surrounding my group, but your reputation suggests you'll see past it. It's never been our practice to operate in any one place for long, but these Zerg don't look like they're going to wait. I'm going to make you an offer, Magistrate. I'd like to help you out by sending down a number of transports to your colony and evacuating any survivors. You know, of course, that my organization operates outside the bounds of Confederate law. That's why they spread their lies and misinformation. If you decide to accept our help, you'll be branded as an outlaw too. But it's a chance to save those people. Time to make a stand, Magistrate.
Ending transmission. Priority alert. Evacuation zone under attack by Zerg forces. Distress beacon activated at 12:20.
Doesn't Manx just sound so idealistic and a hero these days? It's crazy. Survive for 30 minutes. Here we go. What? Welcome to Mars Sara Shake and Bake Colony. Colonial Evacuation Zone, Mars Sara City, Mars Sara. I quite like how it's made to seem like an actual urban area in the Mars Sara colony here. It's pretty neat. Roadrunner terraforming. Okay, so like I was saying, there is an option to go out and destroy the Zerg, but I kind of feel like it's slightly against...
Hey, this thing's on fire! You ought to send an SCV out here to repair it. You can fix my backup too while it's at it.
it's slightly against the spirit of a holdout map if you go out and destroy the Zerg, especially because near the end, like the last 2 minutes, minute and a half. Right, bunkers. Where things just start spiraling out of control and causing problems for you. I think that can be taken away. The impact of that can really be taken away. So I think I'm just gonna rather sit in base and hold out against the Zerg. That's what I'm gonna go for here. Let's just in advance go ahead and get a second bunker. I'm gonna get 2 or 3 bunkers at each of these entrances and then use supply depots to wall them in so that Zerglings can't just run in and destroy everything. Because that's what they're good at. And then I'll probably also... Let's back these Marines out. Okay, as long as I hit the bunkers, that's fine. And then what I'll probably do is maybe... If I wall in with supply depots, I can use fire bats and some cheeky uses of supply depots to get the Zerglings to run into a very specific place where they just get roasted. Alright, so I probably want to get U-238 shells very soon. And then a second bunker up here. And let's not go overboard with SCVs. We shouldn't need too many more. Just because the way that these minerals are placed, like this one right here, and these ones in the back, very, very hard to get to for some of the SCVs, so we're going to be mining those much slower than the patches in the front. I'm going to need gas here pretty soon. I mean, I could get a fire bat now. You know what, I'm going to wait. I would much rather get my refinery set up. There we go. It's weird playing this. I've been playing StarCraft Universe pretty much this whole weekend, so it's weird to transition back to StarCraft 1 mechanics. It's been used to playing in first person. It's kind of jarring.
Not enough minerals.
Alrighty, well, as we sit and wait, hopefully we're in okay shape. I'm probably going to save my money just to get another bunker first before I queue up another SCV or anything like that. And that is now. There is good. And then we'll just do a line of supply depots like right in front of this bunker. So this one will be protected. We'll throw a fire bat in this one on the edge and be in just great shape. The sooner that we can start our infantry weapons and armor, the better as well, because like I was saying, I feel like they take a little bit longer in StarCraft 1. 229 seconds. I don't know what they are in StarCraft 2. I'll get in the bunker. All right, run Vulture. Very cool. All right, so that went okay for now. I also can get a comsat station. And depots. Okay, of course, that's what I get for focusing really just on making sure my defense doesn't spiral into disrepair and just being a bad player overall occasionally. Get supply block, that's okay. I don't know, I'm not on my game right now. Like I said, I was just playing some Overwatch, playing some StarCraft Universe. Guess I'm just not in the zone right now. We can pull this Marine down. I do like to put Marines up top here, which I will eventually. I'd also like to get some more turrets. I feel like turrets are just almost pathetic against Mutalisks. Remember from the Loomings, the 5 Loomings missions, that last one particularly, we had big groups of missile turrets, and they just were not deterring those Mutalisks at all. Okay, so let's start making a line of supply depots. These will also contribute to us not getting supply blocked. And the idea here is just to take surface area off your bunker so that they can't get fully surrounded by Zerglings. We don't have to wall ourselves in completely, but we want to force the Zerglings into particular locations such that before they can even hit anything, they'll die, or they'll die by running into a specific spot on the bunker as opposed to getting a full surround, like I was saying. You can also manipulate the AI just a little bit like that as well. I don't think I'm going to get Stim Pack. I just don't think I need it early on this mission, and we're going to be short on minerals a lot, so I'm not going to bother right now. We're probably going to want 2 to 3 SCVs at least repairing on each location. Base is under attack. Let's get a depot right there. Okay, so depots aren't going to help too much against Hydralisks, that's for sure, but overall it should be okay. In the original version of this, not the original, but 5.3 or 5.4 that I was playing on, you could build turrets up here, and you still can, actually. You couldn't do this in the original, like the original, but I don't know. I really don't mind. I don't think it's a big deal allowing me to build up there. I guess the difference is we'll be able to catch Mutalisks before they fly into my mineral line, so say what you will about that. So here's how I'm going to have to transfer SCVs through the bunkers. Get some more SCVs and keep walling up here. And I might start getting... I just want 2 fire bats. 1 fire bat for here, 1 fire bat for here, and we'll be in just fine shape. I'd like to get another supply depot And that's good. So what I've done is I didn't wall this bunker off completely. I left a little opening here, and I don't even know if Zerglings can fit through here. But if they can, and I hope so, if they can, it's not a big deal. But if they can, they'll all get stuck in this little area, and they'll get smoked by Firebat splash damage. So that's my ultimate goal. Just gonna get some more turrets as well. Got to be careful though, because Hydralisks coming in can see up this area. All right, SCV. Here's another issue. My SCVs really like to try to go up and repair those supply depots. I mean, those supply depots might as well be sacrificial lambs. It doesn't matter if they die. All right, I will get armor soon, but I don't need them. I don't need it. One more depot right here will be good, as long as it doesn't wall me in completely. I would say we're near fully saturated here. It's hard to fully saturate this because of the layout of the minerals, and we're going to have a lot of issues like that in StarCraft 1, not really being able to tell what's saturated and what's not. Okay, you guys just hang out back here. And I might even get a third bunker, I don't know. I could make bunkers on top. I could make... okay, so I won't make bunkers up top, because that's where I think I might draw the line between exploitation of the original map, where at the same time though the enemy AI waves are balanced in a way such that that shouldn't be a problem. So again, ultimately I don't really have a big issue, and I will just make I do want more turrets, just turrets in general. Turrets can also take surface area off your bunkers, so that's going to be helpful. So right here I'll make another depot right here. The Zerglings are going to try to fit through this area. I'll get some fire bats. We want one fire bat in here. And then we want one fire bat in here. And any Zerglings that keep coming with these waves should get roasted by that. Maybe not. I mean, I'd hope so, but they might not. So like I was saying, rather than just sitting, and, okay, well, we are sitting. There's two definitions of sitting. We can sit and defend ourselves, or we can go and attack the Zerg and then sit for the remaining time. And I really don't feel like sitting for the remaining time. Okay, as you can see, we might even want to get a second firebat in this guy up here, because they can fit through this small area. I don't really think that's worth it, to be honest. What I'm going to do is swap these out. Okay, and then I'm going to get a second barracks. And we're just going to get more and more Marines. And we're already looking pretty good on supply, though I have to be careful, because if we do lose these front depots, we'll be in trouble. Throw down some scans just to see what the map even looks like. The way that the original map worked is you could move out and attack the Zerg, and basically at the 2-minute mark, I think it was the 2-minute mark left on the timer, every Zerg on the map would unburrow and come and try to kill you, every single one. But it was timed such that even if they broke through, you'd probably survive. You'd probably survive. I can't guarantee that, but that's kind of how it functioned. Very tempting to get another bunker here, but then we won't be able to easily repair this one. I'm just going to stack up Marines and maybe a few medics on each side. Maybe even some firebats, I don't know. But that's my goal. I could even get a factory with some vultures. Vultures very good against small. As you can see, 20 damage versus Zerglings, 10 versus Hydralisks. So I'll probably just stick with Marines. 7 damage is kind of a good compromise, cost-effective against Hydralisks, so... I think what I'm going to do is just stack up some SCVs all over the place. Get even more turrets up here too. We don't want to wall in with turrets though. We have to be careful that we don't get stuck. But pretty much blanketing this area up here with turrets is not a bad idea. I'm going to go ahead and quick save because this is going well. And soon enough we will start infantry armor level 1. There we go. And constantly short on minerals. I can get even more here. I'm expecting this to start ramping up significantly pretty soon. As you can see, look at this amount. So this is their rally point, I can tell you right now. This attack is what's going to be coming at us next. Not a joke. That's a lot. That's maybe 10 Hydralisks and double that amount in Zerglings. That's a lot. Okay. So what next? Again, I could make more bunkers, but there's honestly not much of a point, in my opinion, because in this area, in the area of a bunker, you can smash 9 to even 12 Marines just all bunched up in one area, except for the bunker. It's gonna, surface area issues. So what I would rather do is just get a bunch of Marines, maybe a couple medics. Let's watch these Zerglings get roasted. This is what I was talking about. You sort of manipulate the AI into doing that. And we're gonna lose one bunker. This amount of Hydralisks is... well, it's a lot. It's a lot. So we just need to make more Marines and stack them up like I was talking about. I'll get a few medics for each area, but not too many. I mean, we are okay up here, right? Yes, we are.
Not enough.
Okay, and I think what I will do, actually, is just keep those fire bats... Put a fire bat in each one, because it seems like the Zerglings are circumventing both sides. Not a big deal, but again, that was a perfect demonstration of what I was talking about with kind of manipulating the AI to attack in a very specific location. I'm probably going to get one more depot here. Could also get some turrets maybe up here. I think we should be okay. Unless I'm going to commit to building a clump of 3 or 4, I just don't think it's worth it right now. Let's just keep making SCVs. Don't stop with that. Load them up. Okay, we got a couple medics. Send 2 over here, and then we'll send 2 to the right side. I'm pretty much done talking about medics, so don't ask. Actually, I take that back. I understand why people ask. It's because they see my videos in a related video bar or something, so they don't hear my explanations from previous videos, and they think, why does he have medics? But like I said, I'm done explaining, so you can go back and check my other, specifically the last video if you want to hear about that. Alrighty, 3 SCVs, even more would be ideal, to be honest. Got the fire bats coming out, and we're just going to stack more and more Marines. Just a couple extra medics put per side. And I'm pretty comfortable with that. I might even want to get just more turrets around. I don't want to path block myself anywhere. Feeling pretty good about this amount of turrets. This is a lot. And if I made any more, like, further towards the edge, I'm pretty sure the Hydralisks would be able to hit them on the edge. Okay, so let's... I should be hotkeying my ComSat station. Let's check. Sort of the same attack, possibly even larger this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hotkey my defense groups to 6 and 7, I suppose, if I remember to actually use those hotkeys. And when I see one side getting attacked, I just have, 6 is my right side, 7 is my left side, and I react and try to move those units out, like this. There they go, trying to move straight into my mineral line. That Mutalisk wasn't even attack moving, it was programmed to go for an SCV. I could tell because it did that, and it was getting attacked. You would think it would have stopped to try to hit the missile turrets. This poor guy is stuck. That's okay. That is okay with me. Just keep making Marines. We're going to need supply depots. Well, not soon, but soon enough. Let's go ahead and divvy out some more SCVs on each side to repair. I'm waiting for that large attack. It seems like the attacks are staggered. Some of the attacks are air attacks, and some of them are ground. So here we go. So this is where I want to move out like this. As you can see, the Zerglings getting roasted by forcing them to kind of go through the same areas. Let's see if we can hold on here without losing any bunkers. We're going to lose 1 for sure. Maybe not. Wow, that was close. It was very close. But as you can see, it's pretty tricky. I might even want to make some backup bunkers over here in case they break through near the end of the mission. But this is why I'm going to keep making Marines to hang out in my base. This would be a great time to push out and try to start poking away at the Zerg. I don't think it would be too challenging. I have a nice fatty group of Marines here with a couple medics. I'm not going overboard with medics again. I don't want them to feel exploitative. Here come those Mutalisks again. They're going for my SCVs. They're leaving, for the most part, they're leaving these turrets alone, which is kind of funny. Can get up here and heal this SCV with 1 medic. So in the meantime, let's just keep spending our unused money on Marines. And you guys go ahead and hop in a bunker. You guys are 6. We're just going to make sure that we move out with you. It seems like the enemy is primarily attacking the left side. Which, I mean, that's fine. I'm going to get a group of Marines. Actually, these fellows, I'm going to move up to the top. Like right up here. And then when once the Hydralisks get to an area...
10 minutes until dropship arrival.
Once those Hydralisks get to an area where they're attacking the bunkers, we'll move these guys up to the top, and then I'll have an advantage on the Hydralisks. Okay, these attacks are getting larger. Slightly frustrating. Not frustrating. I mean, I have medics in here that can heal up the SCVs. They can also heal themselves. Let's just keep making sure that we have Marines queued up. It seems like this area over here needs more help. I will go ahead and get Stim. We may need it later at the very, very end as like an oh shit. And look at this. The engineering bay can float. That was an SC1 thing. It's interesting. They kind of kept the same look to the engineering bay, where it has the I don't know what you would call these, but like they're not like jump jets because the boosters are actually underneath them, but they're like little footpads to the building, right? Good lord, that is so many Mutalisks. Alrighty, let's get some SCVs up there to repair. Hey, this thing's on fire. Better send an SCV up there to repair it. This guy is so confused. He wants to repair so badly. He wants to get out there. He wants to do his job. He just can't. Poor guy. Okay, and you can see my SCVs doing their best to repair over there. Let's check. All right, not too bad right now. I mean, you have to keep in mind, the enemy generally follows the same rules as you do in terms of macro, not in terms of resources. They do, I think they get free resources. But the difference is that they do have to build out of production buildings. So if you can destroy their production buildings, then they're done. They can't keep attacking you. So that's kind of a thing here, like I was talking about, where we could move out, we could destroy the Zerg, but I would say if I would have moved out earlier, with all the Marines, all the medics that I had, the idea is we'd be attacking and we'd be able to catch their attacks before they got to my base, so I wouldn't need as much defense, can empty the bunkers, all that good stuff. And it'd probably be around this time we'd be running around just cleaning things up. And I just feel like, where's the fun in that? I just don't see any fun in you know, it's 8 minutes and we're just hunting down some overlords here and there, and then we're just gonna sit and wait. I don't have to make a video cut or anything like that. All right, so this area is sort of blocked in. I'll get some fire bats and just put them on hold position or something like that, and then my SCVs will really want to repair those supply depots and not be able to. But this is going well. This is going quite well, I'd say, and I'll even get another. I'll just rebuild this. Decent amounts of Mutalisks. All right, so even with 2 medics, we're looking good. Keep in mind, 2 life per 1 energy. They're going to run out of energy very, very fast. So they're very inefficient. They're very slow and also just very energy inefficient. These fire bats I want to dump right here, and then just stack up my combat units right behind them. And I could even put these on hold position right here. That should do it. Okay, and I could do the same thing over here as well, but Zerglings don't seem to be the primary threat. It's the Hydralisks. It's definitely the Hydralisks. So basically what I can do is wait for them to start attacking. The Hydralisks get to about here. We stim our Marines, we run up the ramp, and we should be able to annihilate them. We should be able to. Let's check. Looking good. I mean, we did just have a pretty large attack come at us over here. 5.5 minutes. You know, I was talking about sitting and waiting. It kind of seems like we're doing that now. Apologies. I don't know. There's 2 ways to look at this map, and in both cases, depending on how well you play, they both can be boring for small periods of time. And I kind of am looking forward to the crazy rush at the end. It would be hilarious if I ended up losing at the very end.
5 minutes until dropship arrival.
Okay, only 5 minutes. We're looking good. We've got all of our turrets set up. So, theoretically, let's pretend like I couldn't build these up here. Hypothetically, we couldn't build these turrets up here. I would have built them in my mineral line here, here. I think bunkers are a good choice. I would have built more down here. And the Mutalisks would have come in to try to kill these. I would have just stuck Marines in my mineral lines. This fire bat's doing good work. All right, these fire bats are not. They are blocking my Marines from getting in there and helping. This is another instance where I might put the Marines up here. In fact, I'm almost definitely going to do that. So like these fellas, why don't you just walk up here, and then when the enemy gets to a spot that we feel comfortable committing, then we can move slightly over to the left and catch them on the edge. All right, so these fire bats are basically here to protect this flank as Zerglings try to rush through this small area. We can just move them slightly up. That's good. I really don't like leaving them on hold position. We saw that just caused some problems. I'm floating a ton of cash. You can just queue up a bunch of stuff here. Looking good there. We can get even more supply depots, even though we don't need them. I can pull off more SCVs to repair, because that seems to be a consistent problem. Looking good, looking good. And we'll just get a reserve force of Marines. That's looking a little scary with the Mutalisks combined in there. I'm not liking that too much. Okay, looking good. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and that's when every Zerg, basically, I think it's every Zerg unit on the map comes and attacks you. Although, StarCraft 2, the editor introduces tons of possibilities. It's possible if you destroy all the maps, they could have just said, well, you know what, we're just going to spawn a bunch of units from off the map. I mean, you could have actually done that on StarCraft, in StarCraft 1 as well. You see those fire bats holding down the fort, only a couple Zerglings got in. These fellows on top are actually supporting us a huge amount. As much as the Hydralisks want to attack the units up here, that is absolutely fine with me, because what that means is they have, I think it's random. It's anywhere between like a 20 and 30% miss chance uphill. So that's actually the exact spot that they need to be hanging out. So yeah, I mean, this is only mission 3 of the original campaign, and you can see how on hard mode, this is tough. I mean, unless you have a very good defense set up at these choke points, you could run into problems. I mean, there's a few different things. You could wall this in with supply depots and put bunkers on the high ground. The Zerglings would be confused. The AI would be so confused they wouldn't know what to do, because they would not attack the supply depots. They would just try and fail to run through the supply depots to get to the bunkers that were attacking them. Meanwhile, the Hydralisks also wouldn't be able to do anything. This may be the final attack here. The Hydralisks also, you know, they have a mischance, so we'd be in good shape there. All right, so let's move up. All right, let's throw down a stim. We have to survive for a minute. That is a lot of Hydralisks. This side over here is doing much better than the left side, that's for sure. Good lord, that's so many Hydralisks. I think we're gonna have to pull these units from over here to get over to the left. So the final attack, pretty ridiculous. You gotta survive for 36 minutes. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, we just need to survive. I don't know if that means don't lose the command center or not. Really not sure. I mean, I stopped building units too, which was probably a big problem. Okay, we may have to, I may want to mass repair here as well. I almost held out. I almost held out for the whole thing. This Firebat's going to do his best. 3 seconds. The dropships are coming in.
Sons of Korhal dropships approaching.
Frankly, I feel like that's how this should end. They should break through so that it's more of an urgent feeling. It's a very cinematic way to end the map. He says, to excuse his poor play from letting the Zerg break through.
Strap yourselves in, boys.
Slowly landing in the midst of Hydralisks. That's very brave, dropship pilots. Alright, very, very cool. We lost 91 units? Wow. I didn't think I lost 90. Oh, at the end there. At the end there, I definitely lost that many Marines. I've never done that poorly at the end of that mission, but that amount of Hydralisks was crazy. I'm not sure how to deal with that. I mean, I would have just needed to ball all my Marines up from the beginning. 15% survival rate, not good. But that's just because we produced 107. But if you look at our kills, I mean, our KD is great. Alrighty, well, this has been Jay Barino. Thanks so much for watching. When we come back, we're going to be checking out a different take on Mission 4. I mean, it's not that different if you've seen me play this in the past, but I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye now.